In the question, they've asked you to open cash book and then pass journal entries. So you will open a cash book without doing any posting, and you will see in the question first, is there any purchase of assets? And in this question it is given there that assets were purchased from Y Limited worth rupees 3 lakhs, and then shares were issued in consideration for cash. So the first two entries in the journal will be for purchase of assets. Sundry assets account debit to Y Limited with 3 lakhs being assets purchased. Y Limited debit to share capital account being issue of 30,000 shares of rupees 10 each fully paid up for purchase of assets in consideration for cash. The company issued 1,20,000 shares of rupees 10 each payable under 4 installments. First, for receiving the application money that will post directly in the cash book to share application account, 1,20,000 into 2 rupees 50 paisa gives you 3 lakhs. Then the entry for transfer will be in the journal, share application account debit to share capital account being application money transfer to share capital account. Then as usual entry will be for allot money due, share allotment account debit to share capital account being allot money due on 1,20,000 shares at the rate of rupees 2.50 each. Then you will see in the question, have you received all the allot money, or is there any areas or any shareholder who has not paid the money? In the question is given that all the allot money and the first call money was duly received. So in the cash book you will post to share allotment account for receiving all the money 3 lakhs. Next entries for allotment money, first call money due on 1,20,000 shares of rupees 2 each, share first call account debit to share capital account. Since all the money received, it will post it directly in the cash book to share first call account 2,40,000. Then final call was made, due amount will be 3,60,000 on 1,20,000 shares of rupees 3 each, share final call account debit share capital account. Now in the question is given that final call money has been received as 3,58,800, which will be posted to cash book to share final call account 3,58,800. The amount due on final call was 3,60,000, but the company received 3,58,800. That means the unpaid amount must be the difference of the two, that is rupees 1,200, which will be transferred to calls in areas account. If you recall, the usual entry for areas is bank account debit 3,58,800, calls in areas account debit 1,200, to share final call account 3,60,000. But since you are maintaining cash book, bank entry will not be passed in the journal and posted to cash book. You will pass the entry only for areas, being unpaid amount on 400 shares transferred to calls in areas account. Now how we got 400 shares? 1,200 divided by rate of the final call of each share. So 1,200 divided by 3 gives you 400 shares, on which you have not received the money. The directors had given due notice, and thereafter, after due notice, the shareholder did not pay the money, his shares were cancelled or forfeited. So the entry for forfeiture will be share capital account debit, number of shares into called up. Called up here means that the company has made call on each installment, that is application, of course application money will be received, allotment, first call and final call. So it is called, known as also fully called up. So 400 into called up 10 rupees gives you 4,000. 2 calls in areas. This is to be closed at the time of forfeiture entry, 1200, and the difference of these two, 4000 minus 1200, is 2800 to share forfeiture account. You can check your answer. Forfeiture, the amount which the company has already received from that shareholder of 400 shares, will be not returned or refunded but transferred to share forfeiture account. So when you multiply 400 into 7, that is 2 rupees 50 paisa plus 2 rupees 50 paisa plus 2 application rate plus allotment rate plus first call. This much money he has paid the company on his shares. So 400 to 7 gives you 2000, also being forfeiture of 400 shares for non-payment of final call money. In the previous entry you saw the paid amount was credited to share forfeiture account. Share forfeiture account is a profit gain to the firm and the money will not be returned. Any loss on account of reissue will be adjusted from that forfeiture account money or profit. In this question, all the shares were reissued 400 at the rate of rupees 8.50. Fully paid up means a 10 rupees share. So the firm had a loss of 1 rupee 50 paisa per share. So 400 into 1.50 gives you 600. This 600 loss will be adjusted from the profit of 2800, and that is why share forfeiture account will be debited to adjust from that credit 2800 to share capital account, because this was the part of share capital. 400 would have been issued at 10, the amount would be 4000, but since you were issued at 8 rupees 50 paisa, you received 3400, as you can see in the cash book. It is posted there for receiving the money on reissue to share capital account 3400, and the remaining 600 is adjusted from profit 2000 as loss. Share forfeiture account debit to share capital account will be the entry for loss on reissued shares. Since all the shares are reissued, profit was 2800, loss of 600, so there is still a profit of 2200, which will be transferred to capital reserve account to close the share forfeiture account completely. So the last entry will be share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. 2800 minus 600 gives you 2200, as you can see in the working note which I have sent you earlier.